Hello. I wanted to show you something that I got from TikTok Shop again. But this is something that's really important to me. This is Vivo Life Liquid B12 Complex. It's important to me because I'm vegan. Vegans usually, not all the time, but usually will not get a lot of B12 in their diet, just because B12 isn't naturally present, I guess, in the majority of a vegan diet, if not all of it, to be honest. I'm not a dietitian. But from the research that I've done, B12 is normally found in soil. And whilst in the past we would have just kind of got a lot of it from our veggies, which comes from the soil, nowadays, for many, many reasons, we wash our vegetables before they get to the supermarket and after. So the vegetables don't have the B12 on them from the soil. If you are a meat eater, you generally get more B12 in your diet because you are eating animals that eat the stuff out of the ground, right? So the cows, the pigs, sheep, whatever, they're grazing on the grass or they're eating vegetables that haven't been washed, that haven't been cleaned. So they're eating the soil, they're getting the B12, and you then eat them, right? So you're basically eating their B12. So, but I'm not a meat eater. I'm vegan. That's it for me. I have been vegan for, I don't know how many years, a long time. It's seven or 8 years, and there's no going back for me. I'm not about to start eating meat just so that I can up my B12 levels. And also, before I was vegan, my B12 levels were still bad. So just because you are a meat eater, don't sleep on this, you know, don't be thinking, oh, it's just for vegans or it's just for people with bad diets. It's not. It's for everybody. Probably everybody really should be supplementing with B12 because, like I said, we don't, even if you are getting it in your diet, you're probably not getting enough. Like I said, pre-vegan, my B12 levels were terrible. They are a bit better now that I'm vegan because I'm more mindful of what I'm eating, and some vegan food is is kind of has got B12 added, which helps, and I'm a bit more mindful of supplements that I take and things. You know, before I was vegan, I just didn't really think about it, took the odd multivitamin and didn't really, pay much attention. So my B12 levels are better than they were, but they're not great. And that's just me, who I am. That's what my body doesn't like B12. So I'm really excited to try this and see if it helps. Because low B12, again, I'm not a doctor, please look this up, don't just take my word for it. But low B12, for me, can have a real effect on just my energy levels in general. I can feel really tired, really run down. I've got 2 kids, one's in school, one's in nursery, so they're both bringing germs home all the time. You can't escape that as a mum. You're going to catch things. But I just feel like when my levels are lower, I can't really fight stuff off, and I'm just getting ill left, right and centre. I've got no energy. So when my B12 and iron, I suppose, when those levels are a bit higher and a bit better, then I feel a lot better. I really feel the benefit. So I have had liquid B12 before, not this brand. It was a different brand. And I think the shop I was buying it in just stopped selling it, so that I didn't bother finding a replacement. So I'm really excited that this is so readily available on TikTok Shop. And it says here, made with the good stuff only. No artificial flavours, colours or sweeteners. And then it's just liquid B12 complex, orange flavour, so that's exciting. Doesn't say it on the bottle, but it does say on the box. Let me find the English, because it's in all the different languages. Here we go. Shake gently before use. Drop 1 ml, which is 1 pipette worth, straight under the tongue. For maximum absorption, keep it under the tongue for 30 seconds. Use it daily. And once opened, keep it in the fridge for 3 months. Okay? And it says on here, and again, this goes for what I was just saying, it's not intended as a substitute for a varied and balanced diet and healthy lifestyle. So don't take what I'm saying. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dietitian. I'm just sharing my personal experience of low B12, how it affects me, and where I get my B12 from. So this is a really great option for me. So, I like to try things with an audience. So we'll do 1 pipette's worth. Is that 1 ml? I don't think that's quite. Hang on. I'm probably not very good at this. That's 3/4 of a ml. Hang on. Oh, can I get it? I can't seem to get it up to 1 mil. I think this is user error. I don't think this is... Oh, that's half. So we'll do half and then we'll do another half. So... Ooh, that tasted really nice. I think I've definitely had these before that didn't taste as good as that. It's the only last thing to say is that it says it's high strength. So this is 500, is it micrograms? mcg, micrograms of B12 per serving. So I'm really, really hopeful that this is going to work for me. And in the past, when I've used products like this, I have felt a difference within kind of like a week. So I'll report back and let you know. But